When your AC stops working, just call the experts at KS Services Heating and Air. They're fast and affordable. Right now, purchase any Bryant energy efficient system and save with 0% interest for 60 months with approved credit. It comes included with a 5-year labor warranty. And our fair price guarantee means that we will always give you 3 quotes for every situation. A good, better, and best. Call KS Services Heating and Air today. We roll on, whatever it takes.
This is the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition for Friday, September 22nd. Hey, the equinox today, the first official day of fall, 3:02 p.m. Central Time, but you know it's going to feel like summer for a while. But we do see a pattern change in about 1 week that will change things, and we're still watching Maria. There's the big picture, ridging in the east, troughing in the west. We're underneath the ridge, so temperatures will stay above average through much of next week, and the west is cold and unsettled. A lot of mountain snow there. We're mostly in the upper 60s and low 70s to start the day. We go back in the upper 80s today. You see Alabama in the green. That's the severe weather outlook today. That means we could see a few isolated storms this afternoon or this evening, but isolated, the key word. That means most locations not getting wet. Organized severe weather to the west. Same deal tomorrow. This is day 3, Sunday. This is suggesting the air should be drier, but even then we'll still maintain the chance of isolated storms, but really not a lot of rain here for the next 7 days. In fact, this is suggesting some spots around here could see nothing, maybe up to a ½ inch in spots, but the bigger rain's well to the west. Tropical weather, basically down to a couple of systems, and we've got Maria and Jose, which is now a post-tropical system off the upper Atlantic coast that will meander about and ultimately dissipate there. But again, we think that will leave a weakness in the ridge, allowing an escape path for Maria here, which is clearly not as organized or as tight as it was several days ago, but it's still a Category 3 hurricane. Top winds 125 miles an hour. This thing's slowly moving away from the coast of Hispaniola. It's going to be moving north, gaining latitude in coming days. There's a track from the Hurricane Center. By early next week, it should be a Category 2, then weakening down to a Category 1 by the middle of next week, somewhere between the Outer Banks of North Carolina and Bermuda. Tropical models all want to bend it northeast out to sea, except for one outlier, that Canadian, the green line. Here's the GFS, and again, you got a couple of members that want to skirt the Outer Banks, but the mean, the black line, keeps it offshore. And the European, same deal. The mean keeps it offshore, maybe skirting the Canadian Maritimes. But obviously, odds are increasing that any East Coast landfall seems very unlikely at this point. And the intensity slowly comes down as the system comes over cooler water. Should be a Category 1 within 5 days. Let's check the GFS, the 06E run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars. Look at that trough in the west. A lot of mountain snow there, but ridging in the east, where it's going to feel like summer on this first day of fall. Down below that, mountain snow for parts of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada. But for us, same old deal. Upper 80s, isolated storms this afternoon. You see our 2 tropical systems, Jose, which is actually post-tropical, south of Cape Cod, and Maria beginning to move north. Tomorrow, pretty much the same deal. There might be a slight uptick in the number of scattered storms with moisture deepening a little bit, but no major change. And this is Sunday. Any storms isolated. Highs for the weekend, mid to upper 80s. And you can see Maria moving north. Monday, no change here. This is Tuesday. Highs for next week should be mostly in the mid to upper 80s. Wednesday, any storms here isolated. Maria well offshore, east of the Outer Banks. Thursday begins to kick out with some eastward motion there. And a cold front north and west of the state. And hey, look at Friday of next week, the 29th. Trough digging down through the Great Plains. Driving a cold front down this way. There could be a little uptick in the number of showers and storms at the end of next week. Not so sure it rains all that much, but the coverage should be higher. And then the end of the forecast period, 10 days out. This is Sunday, October 1st. A nice trough in the east. The ridge is gone. A dry air mass in the wake of that surface low coming up through Pennsylvania. And blue shows up all of a sudden. Notice how we have the pattern flip. Out west, where they've been cold and snowy, they go above average, and Down here in the Deep South and the eastern states, we go below average. And that is reflected nicely in the temperatures coming off the GFS ensemble. As we get into October, highs drop in the low 70s and lows drop in the low 50s, and that sounds pretty good. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
AC broken? Just call KS Services Heating and Air. All Bryant energy-efficient systems come with a 5-year labor warranty, and our fair price guarantee means that we'll always give you 3 quotes for every situation. Just call KS Services Heating and Air today.